Oh, my first reaction. Why is this reminding me of like a porn star logo? Like, I can just see where this video is going. It's not a good place. Hey guys, my name is Angus and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be reviewing 4 different designs for the same book that I've commissioned different artists on Fiverr to do for me. So I know a lot of other creators have already done a video like this before, but I thought it'd be cool because, you know, I'm always designing book covers on this channel, so it'd be really cool to be on the other end of the process. So instead of being given a design task to do by an author or a publisher, you know, being trusted with a story to translate, I'm going to be entrusting my story to other artists to translate. I'm really scared. Am I confident I'm gonna like any of these? Probably not, I'm quite picky, but we'll see. So yeah, today we're gonna be judging those designs. I haven't seen them yet. I just approved all 4 designs without even looking at them. So who knows what we're gonna get here. I have no idea what it's gonna be like. How should I do this? I guess I'm gonna have to like rate them. Let's do like 3 different ratings. One for following the brief, a second one for originality, and a third one for like graphic design, aesthetics, and principles. You know what I mean? So 3 different rating categories. Yeah, I suppose I should start by showing you what I sent the designers so you get a bit of an idea of what's happening here. So this is what I sent out to each of the 4 designers. Be warned, I wrote this in like 10 minutes on a Friday night, so it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's something to give you an idea of what they're working with. So I said, hi there, I need a cover for my young adult supernatural mystery novel. So the title is Spellbound Hellhounds, Cursed Campus Book 1. Honestly, I don't know. And my author name is Agatha Switchblade, just because. I need a 6 by 9 inches front cover only design, and this is the blurb. Accidentally summoning an ancient entity at a frat party before graduating college was not on Beck's 2021 bingo card, but hey, accidents happen. Sometimes big accidents. A week before her final exams, Beck's one and only friend convinces her to finally pluck up the courage to attend her first and final frat party before she graduates, but naturally things go bad. Really bad. Campus is now being terrorized by a primordial banshee killing off students and faculty one by one, and the only way to stop it is nothing short of a ritualistic sacrifice before the next full moon. But hey, no stress. Beck is topping practically all of her classes. Surely she can handle a satanic doomsday monster, right? I mean, besides the stress of final exams, her failing social life, and a boyfriend she's fairly certain is cheating on her, what's one more ancient entity to add to the mix? She's definitely, most likely, maybe got this. So that's the blurb. I mean, it's okay. It could be a cool book if it was workshopped a bit more. And I just said I'm open to anything for this design. Happy for you to come up with whatever you like and pick your own graphics. That's what I sent them. And then they each just did whatever they wanted and sent me the final product. And I just said, great, I'm happy with it without even looking at it, so I could react to them for this video. So yeah, now we're gonna get to that part, which I'm really nervous about. We're gonna have our first look at these designs together. I'm not gonna name the artists because I don't know what I'm gonna think of these yet, and I don't wanna drag anyone's names through the mud. So they're gonna remain anonymous. All of these are paid a varying amount of money for, so some of them are quite cheap and other ones are a bit more expensive. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm not gonna label which one's which. Maybe we'll talk about that at the end, but it'll be interesting to compare them without knowing how much I spent on them. So yeah. Okay, let's start with design number 1. Okay, I'm opening it now. Okay. So my first reaction, my first big thing is the color scheme. Why is this reminding me of like a porn star logo? Like the yellow and the blue and the white. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, the first thing I want to talk about here is the color scheme because I don't know. No, I don't like it. Yellow and blue. Yellow and the dark blue and the silver. You know, this was supposed to be like a supernatural urban fantasy novel for young adults as well. So I'm not too sure about that. Makes it look very older, ages it up a lot. Also this photo, okay, so I guess this is supposed to be the college that she's attending, the main character Beck. But you can literally see that it's not a college and it's like a hotel or like a gallery. I don't know, there's all cars along the road at the front. No, don't like that. I like that it's nighttime. I did envision that the cover would be nighttime, but didn't quite envision that it would look like this. Yeah, the font, that's another thing. This combination, it almost actually looks like a betting, like horse racing betting agency logo. This designer did not understand the assignment, which is sad because it was all there in the brief. I don't know which of the 4 this one was, but I'm hoping it wasn't the more expensive one because I would be disappointed if I spent that much money on this. Anyway, so let's rate it. For following the brief, I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10 because, I don't know, the designer did get the sense that this is a bit darker with the nighttime photo. I really don't like these stock photo-based covers, but I guess with the amount of money that I paid for some of these, that's what I'm gonna get. For originality, maybe like a 4. I've never seen a young adult book that looks like this before, so 4 out of 10. And for design principles, I mean, it is designed quite well. This could be, if this book was about like the history of a betting agency / Playboy mansion, maybe it would work. I mean, it is laid out nicely. I do like how Cursed Campus Book 1 is done underneath the main title, and I like the mix of the cursive and the sans serif. It works, but not for what we wanted, so yeah. Not off to a great start, are we? Let's move on to design number 2. Oh. What in the wizard font is this? So, a few things. I can just see where this video is going. It's not a good place. So first up, the first thing I'm sure you notice as well is the font. Pretty sure that's copyrighted. Pretty sure, I mean, it's probably some knockoff, but I guess Spellbound, they just assumed it was a Harry Potter fan fiction. Anyway, at least they've done a little bit of work here. Like the last cover, they just grabbed a stock photo and popped it on. I can tell they've done a bit of work here, putting the girl in the gown with the fog, so that's nice, on top of the stock image. I'm not sure about the perspective. I feel like this does not work. I feel like she's floating and she's more like while the background is like Also, I don't imagine our main character wearing something like this, considering she's going to her first frat party ever. I don't think anyone wears gowns like this to a frat party. Whatever, it's fine. Again, going with these like old architectural campusy buildings, which is good. I mean, I imagined that this campus would be old, so that works. I mean, the authored font is fine. I don't think it really goes with the actual book title font though. I feel like they clash a bit. And also, this designer completely forgot to put the subtitle and the series in there. So that's something. This looks like a really bad Wattpad romance novel, so not what we were going for. Definitely feels a little bit more in the range of a supernatural urban fantasy for young adults, so getting closer, but not quite. For following the brief, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10 because I feel like they did try to go with what I wanted, although they did miss the subtitle, which lost a lot of points because that was a really easy requirement to fulfill. Anyway, whatever. For originality, I'm gonna say a 3 out of 10. I've seen this cover before, I feel like many times, on Kindle Unlimited, just plastered. Girl in gown, smoke, photoshopped onto old building landscape. I can see them all. I can see there's hundreds and thousands of these. So, and for following design principles, a 2. I don't want no knockoff Harry Potter font on my book, thank you very much. That's that one. Okay, design number 3. Let's pray that this one's a bit better. Oh, this one is completely different. But awful. Oh my god. What book is this? What book is this? First up, another stock photo. I guess I should have expected that from people on Fiverr. I don't know. But I was hoping I would find a little bit of design, arty stuff. But anyway, the font is awful. Very boring. All 3 fonts are like the same. Although I think the author font is a little bit different. It looks a bit stretched though. I don't like that. They have got the subtitle in there at least, which is nice. Let's talk about this photo because I don't know what's going on here. I like the composition of the image, but where is this? This looks like a downtown street, a really busy downtown street. I don't even know where. Also, this girl is like grimacing at me and I don't love that. Does not give me any sense of the fact that this is like an urban fantasy book at all. So I don't love that. There's not much else to talk about. This is quite basic. I mean, they've all been quite basic. Yeah, I like this one, feels a little bit different than the other ones. But again, I feel like it's missed the mark. So for following the brief, I'm gonna say like a 4 out of 10. All the elements are there except for the fact that you haven't really given me urban fantasy YA, sorry. Originality, I'm gonna give it maybe a 6 because it does feel a little bit more original than the other ones, which I like. And for following design principles, a 3. I mean, it's all laid out fine. Having the 2 very similar fonts does not work for me. They need to be a bit more contrasty. Also, they're so basic, so yeah. That's that. Okay, the last design. Let's pray for something. Oh, God. All right, I might as well just end the video here, honestly. What's really bugging me is how much money has just gone down the drain for these 4 very average designs. Anyway, let's break this down. So this cover does bear a striking resemblance to the first cover we looked at, to a degree. I mean, the only real main similarity is the building front and the color palette. Straight away, the fact that the building isn't centered is killing me. That's so easy to do. Just move it a little bit more. This font, I mean, okay, the title font is okay. I feel like it could work in certain circumstances. It's a bit too gold to go with this very unsaturated blue. The series font, is that like Calibri or something? It looks like Microsoft Word. Also the fact that it's, you know, uppercase, lowercase for Cursed Campus and then all uppercase for book 1. No, don't do that. And then we've got another different font for the author name. So there's too much going on here in terms of font. And I don't know, you spent so much time working on the title font and making that look nice. Why not just do that for the author and the series as well? I mean, it's not that hard to just, even if it was the same, just copy paste that effect. Would be better than this. Ugh. I would have put the series title all in one line as well, made it smaller, possibly just above or below the actual title. I don't know. It's hard to say whether they photoshopped the clouds onto this image because it does look a bit janky. That could just be the stock photo they're working with. I don't know. So for this one, following the brief, I mean, it's all kind of there. This one probably looks the closest to what I was hoping for. So maybe a 6. Yeah, I feel like it does look a bit closer, even though it doesn't look great. It's a lot closer to the brief. Sorry, I was just waving my dog. He's at my window. In terms of originality, I mean, pretty much the same as the other one. It is a very generic looking cover. So originality, maybe a 3. And design principles, I'm gonna say a 1, because this, the font, the fact that it's not centered kills this design for me completely. The only redeeming thing about this is the text effect. It's not great. At least I feel like I paid for something here, not just a stock photo and some Microsoft Word font. God, so with all the money I spent just then on those 4 very average covers, I could have hired myself to design a cover. So, I mean, I should have done my research better on Fiverr and picked actual good designers, but I just wanted to make a bit of a experiment and just randomly choose 4 designers of varying degrees of expense. So if I was to tier rank these, God, I don't know if I can, but one thing I will do now is talk about which was the most expensive and the least expensive, so we can get a bit of an idea of what you're actually paying for. The most expensive was actually this design, which I feel like was definitely bottom 2 for me. So that's interesting. The 2 very similar ones with the campus building front were in the middle. And then the cheapest one was the girl with the dress and the Harry Potter font, which interestingly, I feel like had the most work done to it. I feel like this designer tried the hardest in mixing a bunch of different elements. So kudos to them. Quite disappointed that the most expensive one was probably my least favorite. Just goes to show. Okay guys, well that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed me spending a lot of money on something I regret. I think I do regret doing this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something about maybe doing your research before you hire people to design a cover. I'll see you next time in another video. Bye.